Information Station 1370 WOCA.
Ocala.
Morning, 19 minutes after 7 o'clock. It is Wednesday, February 24th, 2016, raining here at the studios of The Source, WOCA, broadcasting live from the Paddock Mall, just outside the WOCA commissary. It is 70 degrees. There is a tornado watch in effect. I'll tell you about that in just a second. And after this rain, some cool temperatures moving in. Good morning, Robin. How are you?
Good, good, good. Good morning, Larry. How are you?
Another day. We're back in the saddle, Robin.
I know.
Back on the bus.
Yeah, it's like, we never leave.
I always say you tell people I drive the bus.
Yes, you do.
Larry drives the bus.
You do drive the bus. You're the driver.
Beep, beep. You look so nice. You got a nice necklace on, nice pretty dress.
Yeah, I got that a couple years ago at the hospice thrift store. Anybody who wants good deals and great clothes and necklaces and stuff, hospice.
There you go. All right, let me tell you about the let me tell you about the weather in general. Hold on, let me just do this first. Today it's going to rain. There's a 100% chance it's going to rain.
It's
windy.
Doing it now.
It's already windy out there. It was windy when I got here. A few storms may be severe. High temperatures today is probably the least of our worries. 75 degrees. Mm-hmm. Winds from the southwest at 20 to 30 miles per hour, and then tonight, temperatures dropping into the mid-40s. Tomorrow, sunny skies, cool temperatures only reaching into the mid-60s tomorrow. Lows tomorrow night around 40 degrees.
Oh, okay.
And then Friday night, look for lows in the mid-30s. Mm-hmm. So let me tell you about the...
You had an eye itch.
I did.
You have an
eye itch. All right, let me tell you about the tornado watch.
Okay.
Serious stuff. We just pray we don't get a tornado. The tornado watch 4-hour area remains valid until 10 a.m. this morning.
Wow.
And for the following areas, this is from the National Weather Service. Thank you very much. Sorry. Let's see. 8 counties are in this one. In Northeast Florida, Baker. In Northern Florida, Alachua, Bradford, Columbia, Gilchrist, Marion, Suwannee, Union. I guess in Georgia also, parts of Georgia. This watch includes 7 counties in southeast Georgia. If you want to know what they are, they're Appling, Bacon, Brantley, Charlton, Pierce, Ware, Wayne. This includes the cities of Alma, Baxley, Blackshear, Folkestone, Gainesville, Hoboken. Homeland, Jessup, Lake Butler, Lake City, Live Oak, McClenny, Nahunta, Ocala, Stark, Trenton, Watertown, and Waycross. And anyone they didn't name. I'm sure Bellevue and Denellen are in this mix too.
Oh yeah, when you said Marion, that's
you just have to. Yeah, I don't know why they do that, but anyway, if you're in Marion County, there's a tornado watch in effect for us here. So they set it to expire at 10 a.m. So just pray that there is no tornado today.
Exactly.
All right, let me see what else we're doing this morning. 7:35. Well, Donald Trump won the caucus in Nevada last night for the in the Republican Party, of course. So we'll talk about that. We'll talk about one of the Koch brothers supporting Rubio.
Oh.
And so that's our political junk. We have other news as well. But I have a fascinating space science story.
Oh, okay.
A space science story that is there's a video that NASA released that is getting lots and lots of views, in which the narrator, a scientist, I presume, explains that with technology, and I'll have to read it to you to get it right, but I can tell you this: possibly we could be able to go from here to Mars in 3 days.
Wow.
I don't know how. I mean,
wow.
They know how.
Yeah, beam me up, Scotty.
They know how. It's
Wow.
traveling close to the speed of light.
Wow.
Isn't that amazing?
That is amazing.
3 days.
Wow.
How long did it take the pilgrims to come across the ocean? It was more than 3 days.
Oh, yeah.
It's a long time, right?
Yeah, it's probably like 8 months or something like that.
Really? Was it 8 months?
Well, I'm just guessing. But
See,
I
when
mean, they had sails. They didn't have,
But anyway, it's just amazing. And anyway, so we'll talk about that as well. 8:35. That's when we turn off our opinions and any effort to be entertaining. We just read the news. It's called News Bites. If you've never heard it before and you love to catch up on the news, but you're not really a news junkie, which is kind of why we created this segment, because a lot of people are not really news junkies, but you do want to keep up on the news.
Yeah.
So in 25 minutes, you pretty much catch up on everything that's happening around the world and around town, and then you can move on and live your own news. Scott Page is coming out at 9:05. Scott is the president and chief executive officer of the Lifeline program. He contributes to Fox Business Network, Huffington Post, Wall Street Journal, 2020, Newsweek, the New York Times, and he's written a book. It's called It's Never Too Late: Getting Older, Wiser, and Worry-Free in Our Golden Years.
Yeah.
A friend of mine, Mike, sent a photograph to me of the Eagles, I think from 1972.
Oh.
And he was just showing me how young they used to look, and I said, well, I wonder how they got to be so old.
Yeah.
I don't remember getting old.
No, not at all.
Do you know what the picture brought me back to, though? The Columbia Record Club.
Oh, yes, I was a member. I sure was.
I used to get these records from the Columbia Record Club. It was actually not a bad deal.
No.
Yeah, and it was exciting to go home and find you had a new record album in the mail waiting for you.
Yeah, and they could send it COD, so when the records came, you could pay for it at the door. It's pretty awesome.
That's an expression you don't hear anymore. COD.
No. Yep. Cash on delivery.
Yeah, you don't hear that anymore.
Yeah, nobody does that anymore. Up front.
Sorry, it's never too late. Getting older, wiser, and worry-free. All right. Squid McFinnigan, keep your fingers crossed. He tried to call in once before. I felt so bad for the guy. He is an author over in Ireland. He sent us a book called Honeysuckle Lane. It's really a wonderful book. But the last time we tried to call, the phones were crapping out on us.
They sure were.
It was horrible.
It was awful.
And embarrassing. And so hopefully today, can you imagine that? I'm sorry, Squid, we've got a tornado.
Yeah, I know. I prayed all the way in here that the phones, please let the phones work. Let the electricity not go out. Let the computer stay up so we can do our interviews today.
At 10:05, Shemaine Nugent. She is the wife of Ted Nugent. She's written a book called 4 Minutes a Day, Rock and Roll Your Way to Happy.
Yep.
There you go. She's an ambassador for healthy living. He is not a handsome guy, but she is a really pretty lady.
Yeah, she's drop dead gorgeous.
You ever see Donald Trump's wife?
Yeah.
He is not a handsome guy, but she is a really pretty lady.
Well, they've all been married a lot of years. I guess she was married to him for 26 years or something, to Ted, and I don't know how long the Donald's been.
Oh, I don't think the Donald's been married long. I don't think this woman's been around 20 years.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't mean Shemaine. No. Her marriage is tight, I'm sure.
Yes, I believe it is.
David Wright is coming on at 10:35. He'll be in the studio. He is a volunteer home builder with Habitat for Humanity. He's the recipient of the Golden Hammer Award, but we're not talking about building homes.
Nope, and he's also an aerospace engineer.
I'm getting there. Thank you for giving me those notes. He's an aerospace engineer who participated in the development of aircraft propulsion systems at the leading edge of technology. I want to tell him about this story about getting to Mars in 3 days.
Oh, you'll have a great conversation.
Yeah, not that I know anything about it. He has worked on the engines for the F-15 Eagle, the F-16 Falcon, the F-22 Raptor, and the unique propulsion system for the National Aerospace Plane.
This is pretty
I don't even know what that is.
I know. It's probably secret squirrel
But we're not
stuff.
talking about any of that. We're not talking about building homes. We're not talking about building jets. We're talking about his book. Turns out he's an author. His book is called The Gordians. It's a sci-fi adventure novel. And on a little side note, he is one of your co-churchgoers.
Yes, he is.
He goes to your church.
Yep, St. John.
So he's coming into the studio. That's awesome.
Yep, and his wife Judy will be with him.
John V. Cardone, the Senior Vice President of Health Strategies at the YMCA, calling in to talk to us about the YMCA. There you go. They have something called the Communities for Health program that John wants to promote.
Yes.
Oh, sorry. Anthony James will be here at 11:20. He is going to talk to us about traveling. He's our voice of travel. Today is National Tortilla Chip Day.
Oh, okay.
National Tortilla Chip Day. On Sunday is the Oscars.
Oh, okay.
So the National Tortilla Association wants you to go get your tortillas similarly to the way you get them for the Super Bowl and prepare a nice tortilla spread while you and your friends gather together to watch the Oscars.
Oh, okay.
I never heard about anybody doing this before.
No, it's like a
it's a new trend.
Tailgate party for
the Oscars.
It's
a new trend. It's a tailgate for the Oscars.
Yeah.
So the game today, the Academy Award goes to Fun with Joe. And the winner for the Academy Award goes to Fun with Joe. So it's all about the Academy Award. And then Galen's going to love this one. Galen loves books. He's a book reader. You don't hear about that much from him, but I know that about him.
He does. He loves books.
And what else does he love that starts with B? Baseball.
Baseball and the Boston Red Sox.
And the Boston. I have the top 10 baseball books of all time.
Wow, he's going to love this.
The top 10 baseball books. We'll do that when we talk to Galen. Right now, we'll take a little break, and on the other side of the break, news and commentary. Woohoo! We'll be right back.
Fox News Radio, I'm Rich Dennison. Donald Trump wins the Republican presidential caucuses in Nevada, giving the billionaire businessman 3 straight wins in the race for the GOP nomination.
Make America great again. We're going to do it, and it's going to happen fast. Thank you very much, everybody.
Second place still too close to call between Marco Rubio and Ted Cruz. Cruz telling supporters he can take on the front runner.
The only campaign that has beaten Donald Trump and the only campaign that can beat Donald Trump is this campaign.
The candidates now turn their attention to next week's Super Tuesday, when a dozen states hold presidential primaries. At least 3 dead after a string of tornadoes hit Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, and Florida. One of the hardest hit areas appears to be an RV park in the southern Louisiana town of Convent. Fox News, we report, you decide.
Wildfires burn millions of acres each year. And each year, wildland firefighters like Fire Chief James Hall battle to contain them. But they can't do it alone.
A single ember that escapes from a wildfire can travel more than a mile. It can ignite and destroy your home, your community, or more. That single ember can be just as dangerous as the wire itself. But you can do something firefighters can't. You can act now to prepare your home and your community for wildfire. You can reduce the risk. Do your part. Go to fireadapted.org.
Get Fire Adapted. Learn what you can do now to reduce wildfire damage later at fireadapted.org. A public service message brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service and the Ad Council. Learn more at fireadapted.org.
Hi, I'm Seth with AA Lock, Dock & Security. Have you ever thought about the locks or security on your house or business? Have you ever wondered why the keys to your new car cost so much? Well, at AA Lock, Dock & Security, we can help with securing your valuables. We can even replace those expensive transponder keys. We can give you the knowledge that no one else will. Call AA Lock, Dock & Security at 867-1965. That's 867-1965.
Hey Ocala, this is Kelly Hart, Executive Editor of Ocala Magazine. Did you know last year Ocala Magazine won more awards in excellence than any other publication in Florida? And this year, Ocala Magazine was named Best Consumer Magazine in the state. Now you can join me every Friday at 10 a.m. on Ocala Magazine Radio, where we bring the pages of Ocala Magazine to life, right here on The Source. Ocala Magazine thanks you for making us #1. And remember, there is only one Ocala Magazine.
Here's what you may have missed on the John Tesh Radio Show.
A chaotic environment makes us feel out of control, so we eat and try to control how we're feeling. A recent study found that for every 3 hours we spend working, only 2 are actually productive, which means 1/3 of our work time is totally wasted. Carpet fibers are fluffy, so there's less surface area touching the food that's dropped compared to a wood floor, so fewer germs are transferred.
Intelligence for your life on the John Tesh Radio Show. Don't miss this stuff.
Hey, I'm Gary. And I'm Eric. Did you know that Red Eye Radio is on WOCA The Source every night from 2 to 6 a.m. and it's live?
That's right. No tape shows here.
We know that the news doesn't sleep.
And neither do we. So we're here with you live from 2 till 6 a.m. every weekday. Call us 866-90-RED-EYE. So join me, Gary McNamara.
And me, Eric Harley, every weeknight to discuss the latest in news and entertainment.
Right here on WOCA The Source.
Hey, Matt, I know Sunrise Automotive does auto stuff, but I need some tires for my truck. Can you recommend someone?
Yes, I can. We do that.
No, I mean, I need them installed and balanced and all that.
Yep, we do that.
Well, my son needed his windows tinted.
Yep, we do that.
I need my seat replaced.
Yep, we do that too.
I need a new roof line, a new spoiler, and a new truck.
Yep, we can even do that too.
Okay, I get it. I suppose you can also do a radio show too.
Well, as a matter of fact, join me, Matt Gibbs from Sunrise Automotive, every Tuesday at 10 for auto repair with personal care right here on The Source.
WWWCA,
Be sure to tune in to Ocala's longest-running morning radio talk show.
AM Ocala Live from 7 a.m. till noon weekdays.
Right here on WOCA The Source.
Visit the WOCA website at www.woca.com.
Yeah, 25 minutes before 8 o'clock. This is the longest-running morning talk show in Ocala.
It is.
It is.
It is.
Not as us, with us as hosts. We've been hosts for now 13 years or something.
Yeah. Well, we've been the longest running AM Ocala Live hosts.
yeah.
Nobody else.
But this show started with, oh my gosh, Jim Sinkyu was the first guy, I think, was the first guy.
Yep.
And then, of course, Bill Ashford.
Yep.
I think followed him. There was Doug Clifford.
Doug Clifford for a while,
My brother Tom actually did this show for
about a month.
About a month, I think.
Yeah.
And Chris English.
Mm-hmm.
And Chip Morris.
Yeah.
Right?
And then there was you.
Not in that order necessarily.
No, but you are here the longest out of everybody that you've named.
Want to hear the sweet story of the morning before we do anything else?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So somebody posted a picture of a grandfather. I can't remember if it was his grandfather. I think it was his grandfather. Yes. A guy posted a picture of his grandfather from World War II.
Okay.
It was, I guess, before he left for Korea in 19. Okay, so he was in the Korean War, not World War II. Okay. But anyway, he was deployed to Korea in 1952. The photo went viral on Reddit because the guy was a good-looking guy. Mm-hmm. 3 million views. All the ladies going, "Gosh, your grandpa was hot." Derek Schwendeman of Newark, Delaware, posted the photo of his grandfather, Thomas Schwendeman, to Reddit. R-E-D-D-I-T. I don't use Reddit. I should use Reddit. Everybody else talks about Reddit now. The photo went viral, getting over 3 million views. Thousands of people commented on how handsome they thought Derek Schwendeman's grandfather was.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, they're all disappointed because he's married.
Of course.
He's 86 years old now.
But that's okay. He still got it.
He's been married to his wife, Fleecy, for 67 years. Thomas Schwendeman, who is now 86, lives in Pennsylvania and is still very much in love. He stays active with his wife, and they enjoy bowling. Isn't that nice?
I think so.
Which is how they met. They met bowling, and they still bowl together. Isn't that nice?
That's wonderful.
It's the ladies who were commenting on this say, well, good looks must run in your family because you're pretty hot too. To the guy, of course, that's the way the world is. Derek Schwendeman said his grandmother told him that since they married young, her husband never had a chance to sow his wild oats.
Oh.
I don't think I ever did that either. I don't remember doing that. I don't remember sowing my wild oats. I had plenty of chances.
Yeah.
I just don't remember doing it. She went on to say that women fussed over him all the time, but she got him first. How about that?
I think that's wonderful.
Grandpa is amazed at all the excitement over his single picture. Anyway, so it's kind of cool.
That's very cool.
Sweet story of the morning.
Wonderful.
They asked Galen.
Don't
ask Galen. Did you ever sow your wild oats?
Yeah, there you go.
Did you sow your wild oats? Did you get that? Did that happen for you? Did that point in your life happen?
Well, since Thomas didn't have a chance to do that, his wife must have been exhausted.
Well, he was sowing his tamed oats with her.
Yeah.
They're tamed oats, baby. Come on here. Let's plant some oats. Come over here. I got some oats that need to be planted. Come on, I didn't get a chance to sow the wild ones. Come here. We need some children. They can have grandchildren one day. Put my picture on the internet. I don't know why he talks like Foghorn Leghorn.
I don't know.
But he does. I think that's what I'm doing.
Oh, gosh.
All right, there's a tornado watch in effect for Marion County and for most of this area. Just so you know, be aware a tornado watch means that the conditions are favorable for a tornado to form. Pray that we don't have one. Mm-hmm. Pray that we don't say there's a tornado warning, because that means one has been spotted. But right now, it's a tornado watch. I will let you know if we have a tornado warning.
Okay.
Actually, the National Weather Service will probably let you know before I do.
Yeah.
Because they'll pop in and you won't hear me anymore.
No.
It'll
They'll
be one of those.
Airwaves.
Yeah, that's what they do.
Yeah.
All right, so in the news, after the third win in a row for Donald Trump in the Nevada Republican caucuses, the campaign for the Republican presidential nomination is moving into the 11 states slated to vote March 1st on Super Tuesday, next Tuesday. Mm-hmm. The votes were still being counted last night, or rather this morning, in a tight race between Ted Cruz and Marco Rubio to see who finished as the runner-up to Trump. I think they figured that out already. I think Cruz came in third.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So that little bit might be a little bit old. The Obama administration is meeting today to brainstorm ways to counter the Islamic State's propaganda and recruitment of Westerners to become terrorists. The meeting at the Justice Department involves government officials as well as representatives from advertising, social media, and Silicon Valley. The summit reflects the government's ongoing concerns about disaffected young adults being persuaded by slick online messaging to join the terror group's cause in Syria or commit acts of violence here at home. Mm-hmm. It is kind of scary.
It's very scary.
I mean, if I was going to throw my 2 cents into that discussion, I would say, can you make a movie or something that glorifies doing the right thing?
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe that would help,
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe that would help.
Say, look, at everything is positive here.
I know making a movie doesn't happen overnight.
No.
Let's see. SpaceX today will attempt to launch a European communications satellite from Cape Canaveral. There's no way that's going up today.
No, I don't think so.
There's no way that's going up today. It says at the same time, the firm will attempt a first successfully landing its Falcon 9 rocket booster on a floating platform in the Atlantic Ocean. You remember they successfully landed one right there at the Cape.
Yeah, they did. It was amazing.
Not too far from where it took off, but so far they have not been able to land it on a floating platform.
Mm-hmm. It was fabulous.
It will be SpaceX's fourth try at such a landing. Mm-hmm. Landing at sea is harder, and SpaceX says it doesn't expect to succeed this time. Really? Well, that's not very optimistic.
No.
SpaceX hopes eventually to use its boosters multiple times, reducing costs. SpaceX will live stream the launch set for 6:46 p.m. Well, maybe by then the storms will be gone. We'll see.
Yeah.
6:46 p.m. So
okay.
Look to the southeast if you want to see it take off. You can see it from here if the skies are clear, and by then maybe they will be.
Yeah.
Right now you wouldn't see a thing.
Moving through, maybe. Because of the lightning too, they wouldn't send it up if it was right now.
No. Let's see. A portrait of President Frank Underwood will be displayed at the Smithsonian National Portrait Gallery starting today as a part of the show's new season premiering on Netflix March 4th.
President Frank Underwood.
That's Kevin Spacey's character in House of Cards, it says here.
Okay. I just didn't know what it was.
Spacey appeared in character alongside his presidential motorcade for the unveiling of the portrait. Although it's unusual, it's not the first time a portrait of a TV character has hung in the gallery. Fake TV pundit Stephen Colbert convinced the museum to hang his portrait close to the American President's exhibit in 2008. And several American music artists will jump over the pond, over the Atlantic Ocean, to perform at the Brit Awards today in London. This year's headline performers will include Coldplay, Justin Bieber, The Weeknd, and Jess Glynne, just to name a few.
Okay.
The annual Pop Music Awards show will also feature a tribute to David Bowie, who died from cancer last month. The ceremony will air 8:30 p.m. our time on Fuse, F-U-S-E.
Okay, I don't get that.
Immediately following its live broadcast in Britain. So there you go. All right, let me do a quick update on this weather, and then we'll take a break and come back and talk about Donald Trump and that technology that might get us to Mars in 3 days.
Yeah, that's cool.
All right, so there's nothing new from the weather people. Let me just make sure I refreshed it. There is a tornado watch in effect still. All right, or here's the latest. This is from 7 minutes ago. Let me get the newest one. From 7 minutes ago, a tornado watch remains in effect until 10 a.m. this morning, and I won't read all the areas, but Marion County is in the lineup. So is Ocala, and pretty much everything.
Bellevue, Dunellen.
Yeah.
McIntosh.
All right, so just keep that in mind. Conditions are pretty ripe right now for tornadoes. We'll take a little break and we'll be right back. You're listening to The Source, WOCA Ocala.
The weather is brought to you by myfwc.com. Safe boating is no accident. It'll be mostly cloudy and windy today with a couple of showers and strong thunderstorms around, especially from late morning on. There can be some damaging wind gusts, even an isolated tornado in any of those thunderstorms later today, the high 76 to 80. A shower and thunderstorm early Wednesday night, then clouds breaking late Wednesday night, breezy and colder, low 44 in the north to 51 in the south. Sunshine Thursday, highs in the 60s. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm Joe Lundberg.
Need an auto loan? Let's compare the big banks to Florida Credit Union. They have new car loans. Slow down, so do we. They have refinance options. Pull over, we do too. They say no a lot. Stop, right there. We say yes a lot. Yes to convenience, yes to ease, yes to your personal situation. Choose Florida Credit Union to help you with an auto loan today and experience the support and personal service that the big banks can't catch up to. Florida Credit Union, connecting your money to your life. Federally insured by the NCUA.
Here's what you may have missed on the John Tesh Radio Show.
A chaotic environment makes us feel out of control, so we eat and try to control how we're feeling. A recent study found that for every 3 hours we spend working, only 2 are actually productive, which means 1/3 of our work time is totally wasted. Carpet fibers are fluffy, so there's less surface area touching the food that's dropped compared to a wood floor, so fewer germs are transferred.
Intelligence for your life on the John Tesh Radio Show. Don't miss this stuff.
Good credits, bad credits. It's none of our business because we're not an auto dealer. We're not a bank. We're not your mother. We're OcalaForSale.com. Marion County's marketplace for cars and SUVs. Calls and tellers. No middleman. But hurry, don't walk, don't run. Just sit down and log on to OcalaForSale.com. Prices and inventory change daily. Offer does not include dealer upcharge. Undercutting, rust proofing, factory surcharge, or delivery fee. See website for details.
Do you have areas that have started sagging or drooping? Is what you're looking at not quite the same as it was years ago? Are there enhancements you've been putting off? Is there serious damage you need fixed? Then call on us, Damage Control Services. When your roof is sagging and the drywall is drooping after a storm, or your home just needs some enhancements, from damage repairs to new construction, Damage Control Services is here to help.
Putting the local back into radio. 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. WOCA News. Variety. Information. Now. Keep your arms and legs on the inside at all times.
The most trusted name in news, Fox News. Every half hour, only on 96.3 FM, 1370 AM, The Source.
WOCA.
All right. Are we on there? What did I do wrong here?
We're here.
I can't hear me. I can't hear me on my headset. Oh, there you go.
Hear me.
Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
I don't hear anything, Robin.
Oh, gosh.
What
Maybe
did I do
should
wrong?
see if you're on the radio.
All right, there we go.
I can hear me.
I got it now. Thank you. Thank you very much. Okay, here we go. It's getting dark out there.
Yeah, it is.
All right, let's see. Let me tell you about the NASA story first. A NASA 360 video exploring photonic propulsion, which could cut Mars travel down to 3 days, has received more than 142,000 views on YouTube. I think I said 1 million earlier. I was wrong. Probably will get to be 1 million. Philip Lubin of the University of California, Santa Barbara states in the video that this amazing travel feat could be achieved with a laser-propelled spacecraft that uses large sails. A sail ship, a sailboat in space.
In the sky. Wow, in space.
According to ScienceAlert.com, a spaceship would be pushed along earthbound lasers instead of energy from the sun. There are recent advances that take this from science fiction to science reality, Lubin says in the video. There is no known reason why we cannot do this. Photonic propulsion is a theoretical system that would use particles of light to propel objects through space, according to Wired.com.
They did that in Star Trek.
The energy from particles could potentially transport a 220-pound robotic craft to Mars in 3 days. Using the technology, a larger manned spacecraft could reach Mars within a month.
Wow.
Lubin wrote in a paper last year about the technology, which had limited applications so far on Earth. While a decade... Oh, yeah, if you're going to travel someplace on Earth at the speed of light... from here to California, how long would that take? A second?
Yeah.
Maybe?
Yeah, shoot for the moon first and back, and that'll take a day.
While a decade ago, we would propose... What we would propose would have been pure fantasy. It is no longer fantasy. Recent, dramatic, and poorly appreciated technological advancements in directed energy have made what we propose possible, though difficult. Well, everything's difficult.
Yeah. Yep.
This will allow us to take the step to interstellar exploration using directed energy propulsion combined with miniature probes, including some where we would put an entire spacecraft on a wafer, in some cases to achieve relativistic flight and allow us to reach nearby stars in a human lifetime. So, okay, if this is theoretically possible, and if there are other civilizations out there somewhere who have figured this out already, then wouldn't that explain what people say is impossible? People say it's impossible for aliens to visit us. I'm not saying they have, even though there was this video I saw. Oh, never mind.
Yeah, kind of racy.
But anyway, so isn't that a cool story?
It's a very cool story. It's a very cool story. Beats people, taking years to get there, and then all of a sudden they're stuck.
All right, so somebody comes up to you and they say to you, hey, look at this. And they show you their lottery ticket. And then they show you the newspaper. And they say, look, I don't want to tell this to anybody, but you look trustworthy. I won the lottery. Look, here's my numbers, right? And they say, I'm not going to be able to collect it because I'm wanted. I have a criminal record. If I go to turn this in, they're going to get me, and I'm on the lam. Don't worry, I didn't do anything that bad. But if they get me, I'm going to be at least 5 years in jail because I'm out of probation. They come up with these stories. Okay. So I'd like to give it to you. So far, so good, right?
Yeah.
So far, so good. You say, "Oh, you're kidding. You're kidding." Yeah. If all I really need is a couple $100 just to get me home. And here, you can have it. I don't really need it. You give him a couple $100, you go cash it in. Guess what? It's no good.
Yeah.
It's
we saw that coming.
You saw it coming because of the way I was telling it.
Yeah.
But what if that was actually happening? And it is happening. According to the Florida Lottery website, many Florida residents, many Florida residents have fallen victim to con artists claiming to be lottery winners who are unable to collect their jackpots.
Oh my gosh, how can they do that? What do they do? Like photocopy they fudge the thing and they photocopy it in a color copier?
You can, Robin, you know you can print anything.
Oh, sure, you can.
You can make up a fake ticket.
That's right.
Anyway, so they
scan it in.
Police say once the suspects have the money, they disappear. Well, of course, police say the scammers are usually working in a team of 2 or 3 people and will target the elderly.
Yeah, or women by themselves, probably.
Just somebody who they think has cash on them.
Yeah.
Look, I'll give you this ticket right now. You can go into Publix and cash it. I would say, well, let's go into Publix and cash it.
That's right, exactly. Exactly. Well, come on. You stand there. I'll
come on with
give
me.
You the money.
Come on with me. We'll go cash it. Anyway, the lottery wants us to tell you that you shouldn't be falling for that thing.
No, don't fall for anything from strangers. Don't. Never, never, never. I did one time. Got burned. I hated it.
You did?
Well, when that woman came up to me in Publix and she had 2 kids, and she said they were stranded and everything, I gave her a few dollars, and then all of a sudden I saw her with the 2 kids running toward this van a few aisles over. There were other women with kids running toward the van, and 2 guys get out and they all go in the van. It's like, I'm not giving money to anybody anymore.
Oh, man,
they're using their kids. Forget that.
You were in the car when this happened to me. I had a guy come to the window of the car, and I know you know this. And he said he and his wife and his 2 children, they need $25. They almost have enough. They need $25 just so they can spend the night someplace. And anything I could do would be great, appreciated, okay? Well, I was feeling benevolent. I had a pocket full of money at that time. So I gave him $25, right? And he thanked me. I gave him $25.
Yeah.
Then I see him go to the window of another car. And I drive over on the other side of the parking lot, and I drive over there and I say, "Don't give him anything. I already gave him enough."
Yeah, you were yelling at him.
But they didn't pay attention. I think they said, "Oh, that's a nasty guy, isn't it?"
Yeah.
But I mean, the guy just told me what he needed to be able to put his wife. You would think the first thing he would do once he had that money is thank God, and then go to wherever his wife and children are and say, "Honey, we've got a roof over our heads tonight."
Exactly.
That would be the first thing you would do. You wouldn't be begging anymore. But he was. No. It was a scam, and I fell for it.
Yeah.
Like an idiot.
No more.
And so when people say, how come you don't want to give to people who are panhandling? Well, that's why.
Exactly.
Because you see stuff like that. I'm sure there are plenty of honest people. This conversation comes up too much.
Yeah, it does.
I really would rather prefer to give it to some organization that really, really goes out there, really does their due diligence, because we don't, average citizens, we don't have the time to do that due diligence to find out if that person with the cardboard sign is legit or not.
Exactly.
But some of these interfaith groups and things like that, they've got, I guess, they've got the resources or something to be able to say, hey, are you real? I know the veterans organizations, they can at least make sure that the person is truly a veteran.
Yeah, they do too. They make sure they're a veteran, because those people lie too.
All right.
Pretend to be veterans.
All right, what else do we have here? All right, let me refresh the tornado watch. I just don't want to see the word warning on here.
No.
All right, here's the next. This latest one is prepared, posted 9 minutes ago from the National Weather Service. It still says tornado watch. It still remains in effect until 10 a.m. Still lists Marion County, Ocala, southern Georgia, all of northeast Florida, really, north central northeast Florida. So conditions, and then a cold front moving across the state from west to east today. So after this rain passes, about 3 o'clock, I guess, you'll start to feel cooler.
Sweater weather.
Sweater weather. Yeah.
Still sweater weather for the
All right, let's go to the political junk.
Okay.
A top advisor to the billionaire Koch brothers has joined Marco Rubio's campaign for the Republican presidential nomination. Mark Short, president of the nonprofit Freedom Partners Group that oversees the donor network of industrialists Charles and David Koch, will join the Florida senator's campaign, that according to the New York Times. An aide to Rubio and a spokesman for Short did not respond to emails from the New York Times seeking comment. Mark Holden, who chairs the Freedom Partners Board, described Short as a valued leader who left behind a strong team. It's raining out there.
It is. It's pretty on the window.
And just to repeat, Donald Trump's dominating victory in the Nevada caucuses pushes him further ahead of his nearest competitors for the Republican presidential nomination, giving his unorthodox candidacy a major boost heading into Super Tuesday next Tuesday, a week from yesterday, right?
Yep.
Trump has now won. Trump has won in the Northeast, the South, and the West. So that's something to pay attention to. Trump's support in Nevada and elsewhere has come from a broad swath of demographic groups that also sets him up well to capture the nomination in the contests ahead. The rich and poor, college-educated, less educated, and in Nevada, Latino voters as well. One of the sound bites I heard from Latino voters is they are tired of people thinking just because they have a Hispanic accent that they're somehow illegal.
Yeah.
So they're actually in favor of Trump doing something to keep the illegals at bay, while the folks who have come here legally can just live their lives. Hopefully, they are.
Yeah, because they did it the right way. They worked their way to come in here. They earned a right to become an American citizen, and they're not, faking it.
I actually don't blame
using the government.
them because I think they're just looking for a better life for their families. I think I blame, and this conversation we've had many times, I blame the employers on this side of that line in the United States that say, you know what, I can pay you $2 an hour. Come on and work for me.
Yeah.
That's who's to blame.
Forget that.
Because $2 an hour is better than they were making in Mexico. All right, we'll take a little break and be right back on the other side when Galen Unold is on from Life South Community Blood Center. Galen loves baseball. Galen loves books. I've got the top 10 baseball books of all time when we come back.
Broadcasting from the Paddock Mall Studios, this is WOCA, Ocala, Gainesville, The Villages, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, The Source.
Fox News Radio, I'm Lillian Wu. Donald Trump takes Nevada.
This is an amazing night, and, I love the country.
Last night's caucus is his third straight win in the contest for the GOP nomination. In a tight race for second place last night, Ted Cruz and Marco Rubio, who insists,
I'm the person that can unite this party. I'm the person that can grow this party, and that's why we're going to be the one that gives us the best chance to win in November.
And Cruz telling his supporters,
the only campaign that has beaten Donald Trump and the only campaign that can beat Donald Trump is this campaign.
At least 3 people are dead in Louisiana and Mississippi after a powerful storm system that spawned tornadoes in Gulf Coast states. And the Government Accountability Office putting out a report on the president's signature healthcare program. Its investigators saying the administration's taken a passive approach to identifying potential fraud. Fox News, we report, you decide.
When I grow up, I want to be a new pair of blue jeans. When I grow up, I want to be a kid's first computer. When I grow up, I want to be a glass countertop in a new home. When I grow up, I want to be a kid's best birthday present. When I grow up, I want to be a football stadium. When I grow up, I want to be a warm place on a cold day. When I grow up, I want to be a fancy backsplash. I want to be a bike that races around the country. When I grow up, I want to be a bench on a forest trail. I want to be a rocking chair on a sunny porch. I want to be a skyscraper. I want to be When I grow up, I don't want to be a piece of garbage. And if you recycle me, I won't be.
Give your garbage another life. Recycle. Learn how at iwanttoberecycled.org. A public service advertisement brought to you by Keep America Beautiful and the Ad Council.
Hi, this is JP from Penn Flooring here in Ocala. I would like to invite you to come in and visit our spacious showroom where we have solutions for every style and budget. From wall-to-wall carpet to hardwood floors and tiles, we have an unsurpassed selection of flooring. At Penn Flooring, we've provided quality customer service with a family touch for over 25 years. Visit our website at pennflooring.com or come by our showroom, 1201 Southwest 17th Street, just over the bridge. Penn Flooring, quality customer service with a family touch.
Oh my, how did another 365 days go by? If you're looking to make a change in 2016, get involved in the health scene. Get rid of the old and try something new, like acupuncture at A Better You. Pain in your joints or knees? Throw out your back every time you sneeze? Then acupuncture is sure to please. From pain to allergies, even the flu, come get acupuncture at A Better You. Call me, Dr. Erica Olstein with A Better You Healthcare today at 352-615-5566.
You've got a garden and we've got a show for you called You've Got a Garden with your host, Master Gardener Carol Ann Baldwin. Carol Ann answers your questions about your flowers, your veggies, your grass, your trees, even questions about your bugs. And she's only on WOCA, so don't miss Carol Ann Baldwin and You've Got a Garden each Tuesday from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. right here on WOCA The Source.
Hi, I'm Leah Caruso with Strive Rehabilitation, inviting you to join me Thursday at 11 a.m. for Health Matters. Ocala Health and Strive have teamed up to bring you the latest information on good health services.